I've just realised that airbag hasn't gone off since this one's come out of the car. So I reckon it's this one what leaves the airbag. So when this person got in the car, there's no boop every 2 seconds. So at least I know what seat it is, which is great. I'm still listening to Prince. You forget how good he was. The one what Josh did like yesterday is the one where he plays the guitar. I mean, he don't play the guitar, he just murders the guitar. And he's just like, it's like, what's this? It's horrible. So Matthew went out again last night, which is great. Comes home for 5 seconds, takes the dogs out, says I'm off now. And so I just didn't feel like going into work. So I'd spent the night, I spent the evening with Josh. And I like their company. I always have done. I've always liked my children's company. When they were younger, I used to take the holidays off with them. And people used to say, why do you take the holidays off with the children? I take it off the week after. And I used to say, but why would you have children and take your holidays off? I always used to love spending time with the children. And that's one thing I must say, when I was growing up, my mum was always there with us. So I do absolutely love it. And it's important. A girl who I work with, she's taken 2 weeks off to spend with her 2 boys. You'll never ever get that back, because once they've grown up and they've got their own things to do, that's it. You don't come first anymore. You come like second. So it's really hard to decide how you want your children. My sister wasn't there a lot for her daughter, and the way my children have grown up, the way her child grew up, are completely different. But that's just the way it is. I learned a lot, an awful lot, how my sisters treated their children to the way I treated mine, because I was like late 20s when I had my children. They were early 20s. So when my boy Matt was born, my sister's daughter was 7 years old, and I learnt a lot of how I treated my children to what she did with hers, and the same with my older sister and the way she treated her children. Because I always used to come, and when I used to tell them off, I used to really lower my tone and talk to them, because I also worked when they were younger with learning disability guys, and I found the lower I spoke to them, the more they took notice of me. So if I went in guns blazing, it just caused a massive row. But if I went in and just said, look, what's going on, they would respond more. And then I never used to point at them and bend over like, oh. I used to come down, kneel down, and come to their level and talk to them like at their level. And I found that worked as well. So instead of me going, ooh, telling them, you come down, or you sit on the chair next to them and have a chat. You don't need to shout and scream at your children to get through to them. And that's another thing what I found, what I used to do is just talk to them like how they used to do. I had a friend on Facebook, this is like going back a few years now, and she wanted to know, I don't know, it was quite a dodgy subject for children, and I just put to her, tell the child the truth in a way that they understand what you're saying. You don't have to say you've got a prostitute, for instance. You don't have to tell them all the nitty gritty. You just sit down and you explain to them what is the best way for you to tell them what a prostitute is. I said it to the boys when they come out with the word. It's where a woman has sex with whoever and she gets paid for it. There's nothing gritty and nothing nasty in that sort of thing. And it worked for me. And my next door neighbour, she screams and shouts, and they have slanging matches. It's like, but if she was to kind of say, I've sold her loads of times, come down to his level and just sit down and talk to him. If you sit down and talk to him, he'll understand what you're saying. But if you scream and shout, you've got no chance. But she still screams and shouts, but she's got health problems. She suffers quite a lot with depression, which is quite hard as well. So, but they're nice boys. Well, the oldest one's lovely. I don't really see the youngest one that much, but it's what we do. It's the way we do things. And my two chaps have come up really nice. Have a look at their Instagram channels and see what you think. And that's it. Yeah, subscribe to my channel. This one was a little bit more serious than others. Have faith in yourself, love yourself, and be happy with who you are. If you're not happy with who you are, then who can be? If you can't love yourself 100%, who can love you? But my videos are a little bit longer now because I don't go no higher than 10 minutes. But they download. I've just uploaded my internet. It's brilliant. Love it. Anyway, have faith in yourself. Subscribe to my channel again. See you soon. Bye bye.